In modern marriages and relationships, you will always be challenged to go through the weather. But why exactly is it so hard for couples today to simply keep it together? Let's discuss. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Beasley here. I hope you all are staying cool, calm, and collected out there because I'm not. You guys, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed because every single time, I set up a hair appointment, it always gets canceled or pushed back. It never fails. Like, you guys, ugh. I was supposed to get my hair cut today, but it got pushed back all the way to next Tuesday. Baby, I will say, I know I'm not supposed to cuss in the beginning of these videos, but I'm so fucking sick of this shit. Baby, I'm about to have a fit, a BF. I'm over it. I was gonna do a big surprise ball fade, but it's not gonna happen today. So I'm coming at you guys today with this bush. But anyways, today we're here to talk about love and relationships, and I'm going to relate a lot of celebrity divorces to real life issues that we currently face in this whole entire relationship, marriage, dating sphere. So let's go ahead and get to it, shall we? So the main issues that we face today, I feel like there is an increase of divorce and lies and scandals and deceit, and a decrease in love, the overall love. There is a shortage of love. There's a shortage of everything, shortage of gas, shortage of food, shortage of dick. There's a shortage of love all around it. And I want to use these celebrity divorces as an example because I feel like a lot of the things that they go through, we go through, just they're on a more elevated level in the public eye. So it's a lot harder to even keep a guy, especially in that type of realm. But I will say, overall, we're facing the same thing, the same issues that these celebrities are facing. And the first couple that I want to talk about, actually the first two couples are Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill, as well as Miguel and Noxzema. So if you guys don't know who Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill are, Cynthia Bailey is a former Real Housewives of Atlanta star who, in my opinion, was scamming Bravo her entire time throughout that show. And Mike Hill is a former Fox News reporter who also at one point was on Fox Soul. He also used to have a podcast with Claudia Jordan, very underrated podcast. Somehow, some way, Mike Hill has always been in the entertainment space. These two got married on that show and were married for about, I want to say, a little bit less than a year, just about a year to be exact. Who knows, somewhere in that area. And the main reason why those two got divorced was because once upon a time not long ago, Mike was a hoe. And he admitted it. He can't take it back because he did the shit. Mike was a hoe. And then we have Miguel and Noxzema who got a divorce for the similar reasons. Now, the difference between those two is that Miguel and Noxzema were actually together since they were in high school. She was there when he was shooting in the gym, baby. She was there from day one. And homegirl put up with a lot. A lot. I mean, who's to say she didn't step out on the marriage too? But baby, she was there through and through. The way these two relationships played out correlates to how modern relationships sometimes don't work, because when the man in a relationship tends to become successful, he tends to get tempted by all the women that can smell that success. Whenever a man is successful, it becomes like an aphrodisiac to women. They flock to him. When you're a successful man in a committed relationship, we gotta keep it all the way real. It is always difficult for that man to stay faithful and not given to temptation, because the temptation is always going to be there. And Mike Hill and Miguel always gave into that temptation. And then we have to put some accountability on Cynthia Bailey and Noxzema, because these ladies saw the red flags and they ran straight towards them. Now, granted, sometimes you can be blinded by love. Trust me, I know. You can be blinded by love and be blinded by a fine-ass man that can take you above. But baby, they chose to ignore the red flags and they just kept on getting hit on every single time. Not hit on by them, but they took the punches, the gut punches to the heart, because they got their hearts broken by following these men that were successful, but they happened to be in love with. And speaking of the men being successful within a relationship, what happens when the woman is the breadwinner? And that leads me to the next couple by Tia Mowry and Corey Hardwick. Is it Hardwick or Hardick? Hardick. But Tia and Corey were together for a good minute, like a good minute, to a point where it's going to be hard to even see them with anybody else. And also, if you guys don't know, if you're not really engulfed in black culture, Tia Mowry, you know, she was from the show back in the 90s called Sister Sister. She was a smart twin on that show, along with her twin sister, who was the white twin by the name of Tamira Mowry. And then Corey Hardwick has always been an actor who hasn't really had like that many notable standout roles up until recently when he got on the show All American Homecoming. The reason why I think this couple did not last, well, Tia kind of confirmed it by like her little recent Instagram post, but it's a simple fact that Tia was always the breadwinner and Corey Hardwick was always like the stay-at-home dad. Now, granted, he was a working actor, but he did not like reach the level of success that Tia has had in the past. If not, he hasn't even came close to it. And I gotta give immense respect to him though, because he is a great actor and he really works hard and grinds it out. Like you can see the passion in him when you see him in his roles, but it's just for some reason like he has never been able to get to like a solid foundation in acting. It's like a lot of start and stops with his career. Now, quick backstory on how these two met. They were at an audition and they both parted ways. You know, they left because the auditions were over and she was driving in her Mercedes down the street and she saw him sitting on a park bench. Like, homeboy did not have a car. He didn't have his own transportation. And she was just like, hey, I can give you a ride. But fast forward through their relationship and them having like 2 kids, I think it got to a point where Tia was like, why am I with you if I can do bad all by myself or do better all by myself? Like literally she could fund her whole entire lifestyle on her own. It's like, why do I need you? And I could tell before Corey got his like acting role on All American, he started to feel some type of way because he was not needed. Speaking of him getting that role, you guys, I always tell you about the switch up. The switch up is indeed real. Once he got that role, he probably switched up and his confidence started to show up. Like he probably started to kind of like flex on her a little bit because I don't think Tia's really doing any acting right now. I think the last thing I saw her on was some show on Netflix with Jack A. Harry. They had like a little a reunion. But I think he started to kind of like flex on her and she was not feeling it and she was just like done with it completely. I feel like a lot of people can relate to their relationship woes because like almost everyone has been in an unbalanced relationship. You know, like for example, I've been in an unbalanced relationship when I was the one carrying the whole entire ship and I was the one with the more feminine energy. Every relationship, including gay ones, need a balance of feminine and masculine energy. You know, the masculine energy wants to be needed. They want to be needed. They want to provide. They want to be the hunters, and they want the female energy, like the women, to take care of what they went out and hunted for, take care of the household. You know, I mean, granted, we don't live in the 1950s anymore, but that balance still exists and is still needed in modern households. And that brings me to my gays. I can't forget my gays. I will say, now this is an unpopular opinion, but gay relationships do face the same issues that heterosexual relationships face. And also, I am of the opinion that like gay relationships still need to follow heteronormative relationships. Like I know a lot of gay men disagree with that, but in my opinion, gay relationships still need a healthy like female, like feminine, masculine energy balance. Like, I'm sorry, like you can't get 2 dudes that are trying to lead and be dominant and masculine. Like somebody has to be the more submissive one. I don't care. That's just the way it needs to go. Now, me personally, I have been exposed to successful gay relationships, but I have not been exposed to successful gay marriages. And that's mainly because in our community, a lot of the marriages tend to be a little open. And don't let the relationship consist of 2 tops, baby. Like 2 dudes that are penetrators. They will sometimes bring in a bottom. And basically, like, their whole relationship consists of threesomes. It makes no sense to me, but baby, that's a lot of what I see. And the way that a lot of gay marriages are set up, they always find a third party via social media. And that brings me all the way to social media. Social media, in my opinion, has ruined dating and relationships. But at the same time, I think the illusion that social media has created is what has really ruined relationships. Social media has created the illusion that your partner is expendable. Like, I can get another one of you in a minute. No Beyonce. Like, I will say, like, that's what social media has really done to us. Because a lot of us can't even really, like, hop in DM successfully and get somebody. But Like, I will say, like, the world has created this idea that, like, okay, if Shorty ain't acting right, let's hop on Instagram and get a thing for the night. Even though 9 times out of 10 it doesn't work, but like, that's what social media has done. It is creating an illusion that you can get any and everybody at the drop of a dime. Like, I just hate how social media has created this expendable culture. Like, it just made everybody feel like their partner is expendable, especially if they're just not. Like, if you guys are not on the same page for like 1 day or 1 hour, you're gonna hop on social media and compare every Instagram baddie to your current spouse. Now, with all that being said, what exactly is the solution to all of these issues that modern relationships face, you may ask? Well, the answer is, I honestly don't know. I really don't know. I mean, hell, you guys are sitting here listening to a relationship guru with no relationships under his belt. But you know what? Despite the cards I've been dealt, I will say that all relationships, successful relationships, start in the very beginning, which is the vetting process. Like in Cynthia Bailey and Noxema's case, whenever you like see the red flags, you run away from them. Don't run towards them. And really feel out if this is the right person for you. For one, chemistry is key, and also honesty. And the last key is, if you see any issues that you just can't ignore, don't sweep that under the rug. Pick that shit up off the floor, put it on the table, and go at it like it's damn dinner, baby. Like, address that shit head on. Don't let anything linger. And you know, if I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself, because baby, I will let shit ride till the damn wheels fall off. But now that I'm a lot older, we ain't got time for that no more. And neither do you. Don't let anyone get over on you. Even though you want to put this man or woman first, you need to remember that you are the person that comes first, then them, and then you two together as a unit. I think what's missing these days is that people just don't want to go through the weather anymore. Like, they don't want to go the long way like our ancestors and our grandparents and parents did. Now, granted, they didn't grow up with social media like we did. We're still new to this, not true to this. But at the end of the day, like I said, you got to do what's best for you. Vet that person and don't ever put them before you. But yeah, y'all, let me know what you guys think about the modern relationship and marriage issues that people face today. And also, how do you guys like navigate all of that? Like, what do you guys do to keep your relationship successful if you're in a relationship? But those are my views. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to come back at you guys with some more content.